I have a nervous condition I call Parkinson's disease, deceased. What's wrong with it is I don't really fully mind the money. I don't have all of the money on my mind, and that's the same as Parkinson's disease, but I'm not parking a car. I don't have any car keys. I haven't had any car keys to myself since the year 2002. I haven't been driving a car that I park or use regularly since the year 2002. I did drive a car for Terrence Robinson Williamson once in the year 2004. I had to drive Charles Toe someplace to get a pair of shoes, and I borrowed Terrence Robinson's car, but I didn't ask him for his keys. He offered that I could drive it, and I did drive it, and I filled it with gas when I was done taking Charles Toe to the shoe stores. I drove on Las Vegas Boulevard, which is busy. It was busy that day. I don't have a driver's license now, and I don't want anyone to ask me to drive for anyone else. I turned in my driver's license, but that puts me in the position of having to say, I can't drive, I don't have a driver's license. And then the reason I don't have a driver's license is really diagnosis mental illness, because I can't tell you the reason I don't have a driver's license is because I don't have a title. Why is anybody asking me if I have a driver's license if you're not a police officer who pulled me over in traffic, out of traffic? And it's due that the police officer who pulls me over puts me in jail and I die in there. I was pulled over once in Milwaukee near a health food store. I got a speeding ticket for over 25 miles per hour above the speed limit. Was it less? Was it 23? Okay, if it's 25 miles an hour or more over the speed limit, you have to go to jail. And I was driving 23 miles per hour over the speed limit. And I asked the police officer for a warning because I've never had a speeding ticket before. And it's true, I almost ended up in jail for speeding that fast in a 25 miles an hour zone. The officer who pulled me over was a senior citizen, and I was in a hurry to go somewhere to see a senior citizen who was in a hospital, and she wasn't in a senior's asylum, she was in a regular hospital, and that's why I was going there, just to visit. And I don't get it resolved that anybody's doing anything for themselves is doing anything for me, because I am here at the end of my life with no property in dispute. I'm living in somebody else's apartment that they locked up empty because they didn't need it, because they have another place they would rather be than here. And it's true that I'm still going to be evicted by July 1st, that this place needs to be completely empty. And that goes to everything I've just said. Do you know who gave me the speeding ticket? No. Do you know why I was in the car driving? You don't know. You just know I was driving too fast. And you don't know that I worked? No, I don't work anymore. And that's not fair that I don't work because I got a speeding ticket that was almost high enough for me to go to jail and lose my license to drive. But this, well, just so you know, it was driving in a 25 miles per hour speed limit zone. And I was driving, I guess, 48 miles an hour. I don't know. It was during rush hour. I was driving during rush hour. It was a 25 miles per hour speed limit on a 3-lane road. Going one way is 3 lanes, going the other way is 3 lanes. Is it 2 lanes or 3? It's 3 lanes. I was in the center lane. Yep. It was 3 lanes going 25 miles an hour. The whole roadway was 6 lanes across, and it was 25 miles an hour speed limit. And I got pulled over and I almost went to jail. Why would that happen to me? It was rush hour. There was a lot of traffic, is how I was driving that fast. It was going in the flow of traffic. I just don't know what you want me to do with that. I have surrendered all of my property because my God didn't feed me. I have to get what I need for myself, for my God and myself. Well, I realize that's what you are, but I am none higher than me deceased. I'm not really lacking anything. I have exorbitant amount of wealth due to myself in the afterlife when I don't need it. And what I need now is really that you are in jail and prisons, and I have what I need because you're not occupying the threatening that you're not going to jail for me, just like I'm not going to jail for you. Well, you're not supposed to bounce one-to-one, one-on-one with everyone who's not yourself, and include myself. I don't know how you socialize with one another because you don't socialize over going to jail and prison, and you don't want to socialize in a prison, do you? Do you think when you go to prison you're going to be the only one there? You don't want to socialize in a prison. No, that's not the place for socializing. You need to socialize in human trafficking of money that belongs to the soul, and I am alive here to freeze the money in the bank. And why are you making any money in the bank? If you're in prison, you wouldn't know anything about that.